And what do I think of the addition of Greg Carr? Greg Carr, ironically, we have another award to give out here on the Rider Zone, and it's another one of my GMs called the Michael Bishop Award. Those who don't know who Michael Bishop is, he was one of the most inconsistent and intriguing players to ever play in the CFL. He played for I think 6 out of 8 teams because everyone wanted to give him a chance, and he eventually ran out of teams that wanted him. He had an unreal arm, almost an NFL size arm, NFL caliber, but he had the brain of a 3-year-old when it came to football IQ. And I think some of the Michael Bishop syndrome has come over players like Greg Carr. Incredible talent, um, but over time, he just can't seem to get it together. He's got the size, he's got the speed. He just is not a student of the game, and he doesn't seem to get better. And that seems to be the frustrating part. He'll jump from team to team because he has some good talent that scouts drool over, but I just can't see him being that game breaker that the Riders need. He could complement wrestler well, but jury is out on him. And from that, there you go, Michael Bishop Award, first ever. Congrats. And Joe Lobendon, I don't know as much about him. Solid linebacker. I've been told he's a stud, but that was from another Rider fan just a day ago. But I think the reason that they brought in these veterans is because the young guys weren't ready. Um, they weren't ready to step in and shoulder the load. That was obvious in the last 3-4 games. They were overwhelmed. Bringing that veteran presence, even though these guys maybe won't play as much, uh, they'll breathe down these rookies' necks, make sure that they're doing their work, doing their due diligence, and I think that was what they were trying to do there by bringing these guys in, not necessarily to bring in the stars and expect them to do a whole lot. They would be employed if it was any other league that had more than 18. What is it? 20 linebacker spots in the whole league. So I think they have time. They have something left in the tank, but I do think that they will move over and step aside to these rookies once they're ready. And with that, um, we'll go to our third question, our last question. And this comes from Joe, from Stalwart, Saskatchewan. How did you become a Saskatchewan Roughrider fan? How long did you closely follow the team? What made you become such a huge fan? Well, it all traces back. Well, I've sort of been a Rider fan since I was born. Not really. When I really started to get into Fandemonium was when I got to go to my first Rider game in 2001. It was against the Hamilton Tiger Cats. They came away with the win. Ironically, a Paul McCallum game-winning field goal set up by first down pass from Marvin Graves. Curse Mark. Yeah, Marvin Graves. Really, what was his? How long did his career last? Half a season. But you know what? He stepped it up for that game, and I became a fan. They also had Rock and Roll Preston, a brothers duo who had a great name, but didn't have that great of skills to go along with it. I think they're probably working at Walmart somewhere at this point. So Rock and Roll, if you're watching, I hope you're doing well. Um, keep it safe, and hopefully you turn up sometime in a regional league somewhere. I think the problem with Rock, Preston, was that, well, if the football field was only 20 yards long, I think he would have been fine. He would have taken a bunch back, but his inability to get it past the 20-yard line became an issue after 3 or 4 games, and he was like, go. So, Rock and Roll Preston, you are not the reason I'm a Rider fan primarily, but you can take credit for that. And one of my I'm also a big fan. I obviously didn't have a boob tube growing up, so We listened to Rod Carm on 620 CKRM. I still love listening to him, but unfortunately, the radio is a few seconds behind the TSN. So, with so I no longer listen to him, but I'm still a Rider fan to the death. And so, if you want to answer your question, 2001, so 11 years. I'm really dating myself. Yeah, really old, 24. Okay, I put it out there. It's not a secret. I'm 24 years old. With that, we will end our second ever edition of Fandemonium. Hopefully, it was a step up from the first edition. And people were telling me I'm a little too biased in my uh, assessment of the riders, but you know that's not even true. Okay, like I only hate teams. I only like big teams named Calgary Stampeders, Montreal, West Hamilton Tiger Cats, Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Toronto Argonauts, BC Lions, and Edmonton Eskimos. Other than that, I love every other team. We're good, and so keep those questions coming. We hope to do this in another couple weeks. Uh, keep keep doing the blog. I need the support. And we did it. We got through the Riders' longest losing streak since last season. And props to you. Take her easy.